Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's Arnas, and today is a special day because I'm coming at you with a free training for you, which was paid. Okay, so the people on this call, you're gonna see right now, paying me like a lot of money to be there. Okay, they're all my coaching clients, and you'll see that training. That training is older. Okay, that training is around 1 year old or even more, but I'm teaching fundamentals of how to buy and how to sell shoutouts with your page. Okay, so if you have a page, this video will be super helpful. But then I'll show you how to buy shoutouts for very cheap. And we actually covered in this training with my partner how we made $30,000 in our first month doing this. Okay, and we showed the conversations, we showed everything step by step, we showed how we tracked everything. Okay, so we built up kind of like a shout out buying agency where we were buying shout outs, and it was like almost 2 years ago, but we were buying shout outs, and the fundamentals are the same, everything works the same. We were buying shout outs to a product, okay, and that's it. We were buying shoutouts for very cheap. So we were buying shoutouts for like $50, $40, but we were getting back like $200, $500. And in one instance, we bought a shoutout for $20 and I made back $1,000 from that shoutout. Actually, like $1,040 or whatever from that one shoutout. Okay, so we show you everything. You don't need to have an Instagram page to do this. Literally, after watching this video, if you can find a product which you can promote, it can be like an email newsletter or a CPA deal where someone downloads an app or whatever, where you just get paid for these small actions like an email address or a download or something very simple where people don't even need to spend their money or buy stuff. You can make thousands of dollars with it. We literally, like I said, we covered in this, like we showed you step by step, how we went from $0 to $30,000 a month, okay, with our knowledge. And it was completely separate business from what I was doing with Passionate Income. Just we used our knowledge in my advantage. So again, as I said, people in this video actually paid to be on that call. They paid to be coached by me, not to go on one call with me. They paid to get coached by me for multiple months, right? So follow me on Instagram at Owner Arnas, okay? Owner, AOWNERARNAS. Follow me there. Shoot me a message if you see this training and you enjoy it, and if you want to be a part of a group like that. And now, just enjoy the training. Hope everyone's doing great today. Again, today we have Stay Strong Motivated with us, and we're gonna be talking about very specific things, but it's very important actually. So it's about selling shout outs, right? What it is, how it works, how do you talk to buyers, how do you talk to sellers, how do you negotiate, how do you collect the payment, all that stuff we're going to run through today. And then we're going to go to the other side of the promotions, is how to be a buyer of the promotions. We'll show how we actually, with Stay Strong Motivated together, kind of had like an agency of buying promotions and driving traffic to the product. And I'll show you like a Google spreadsheet, right? And all of that. So pretty excited for this because this is very huge, right? Yeah, because you can scale this to whatever you feel like. I mean, we scaled it in 1 month to 30K a month, just like that. I mean, from zero. So this could be very quick. You just need to know what you're doing and promote the right products. To find the product is probably the hardest thing, right? And in general, it's good information to have. So first of all, what is a shout out, right? A shout out is basically selling ad space on your Instagram account, basically selling a post, where someone can send you their content and their caption. And basically their goal when buying a promotion like that is just to gain followers because they have a back-end funnel of actually monetizing those funnels, followers. So let's say if they put uh, like $500 in the promo, and if they get like $1,500 out of it in the next like 3 months, they made a 3 times ROAS, return on ad spend, which is great, right? So that's why people buy promos, and that's how it works. And actually, we'll show you today, guys, that usually the ROAS isn't 3x. It could be 50x, right? It could be something insane. You just need to know who you're buying from. You need to have the right content. So first of all, I have a few questions to stay strong motivated because he was actually the one who pushed me more to sell promotions. I used to not be a big fan of promotions myself. I was like, I don't know, like having a different kind of person all the time on my profile. I just had these limiting beliefs every single day. And I was like, all right, I'll just stick to one product. I'll be an affiliate for one product. But then I was like, all right, I'll try it out. And I understood that it isn't having like a promotion, isn't like a billboard promotion you have on the highway. It's very subtle. Like those promotions we do are actually very cool and very, very subtle. And I'll show you a few examples. But first of all, um, hey Mantas, hey, stay strong
Hello.
motivated.
Hi, everyone.
Um, I wrote down like 7 questions to go through first to just understand, for everyone in the meeting, like when can they do it? How does it work? All of that, right? So first of
Yes.
all, how big was your account when you started selling promos?
My page was around 200K followers, or a little bit less, something in the middle. So sorry, 150K followers to 200K followers in
Okay.
that.
Do you think you could have sold promos earlier though?
Probably yes, but for cheaper prices. If you
Okay.
have less than 100K followers, I think maybe the best price you can get is like $60, $50 per post. If you want to sell bulk promotions, that's it.
Yeah, so if you sell like 10 promotions, you get a payment of $500 basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's still money, right? You just chose not to sell because what happens when you grow fast? Because like you went from 100K to 150K in like a week. So you
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
have time to sell at 100K, right?
yeah.
What happens usually with selling promotions early? I would say when you're less than 100K followers, don't sell promotions
Yeah, don't
because
rush it.
then you'll go very low in price. And when people who bought the promos from you will start like see that you're growing, they will want to buy the promo for the same price. They will be like, yo, we worked like last month for
Yeah,
$50. Let's work for $50 again. I'm a client of yours. And now your page just doubled, right? You were at 50,000, now you're at 100,000. And you're like, no, I mean, I'm bringing twice as many followers to you. Like, I want twice the price. And they're like, nah, I mean, best I can do is $60. They would
yeah.
be like that, right? So that's the problem with selling too early. I probably sold my first promotion at around like 150,000 followers. And I remember I charged around $180, which wasn't that bad actually, but it was just one-off promotion. It didn't look like a promotion, it looked like a repost. Like it fit into my page, and the guy just wanted me to tag him. I was like, yeah, sure. So that was my first promotion, and I got the money on PayPal, and I was the happiest person on earth that day. What about you? What was your first promo experience?
My first promo experience was selling 10 posts for $1,000. Yeah, that was really surprising.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're working like a 9 to 5 job, right? Just like
Yeah.
$1,000 from the internet would probably seem like incredible.
Yeah.
So I totally get it. Um, were you scared to post those promos though? Like, did you have
Yeah.
anxiety? Yeah,
Yes.
me
Yeah.
too.
At first, yeah, because you think that maybe these promotions will ruin your brand. You start overthinking every post you post. But
Yeah, I remember like the first like probably 10 promos I posted, I was checking them like every 10 minutes. I was
yeah.
like anxious like to see like if it got removed. I was reading the comments like if there's any hate under the post. I was like just shaking. I was like, I'm not selling this again. But it turned out to not be like I thought, right? So yeah, those are our first experiences with shoutouts. It's pretty similar. You just get money, right? And I'll show it to you guys. I have a Google Doc ready. You just get money and then you get content and you post it, right? And we'll go through all the details. So the second question is what payment processors you use to get payments?
I use Stripe and PayPal.
All right. Do you do like any wire transfers or whatever?
Not really, not really. I
All
just
right.
stick to those two because these are two most popular ones.
Yeah, I've seen like probably PayPal is like 80% of the payments that come in, and the rest is like through various like someone could ask for like a wire transfer,
Yeah.
or someone could do like Stripe or whatever they feel like. Like I only had a few instances where people are like, "Oh, I'm from the UK or from Europe. Can we do like a wire transfer?" I'm like, "Yeah, why not?" You save on those like PayPal fees, which are like ridiculous, almost 10%. But 80% of the time it's PayPal because that's how agencies run. They get the money through PayPal. So yeah, that's how you collect the payment. If you don't have PayPal, you should sign up for it. It's an amazing platform. And yeah, I would play around it. You can put in like $10, buy something through PayPal, connect your card, connect your bank, see how it works. So another thing is, um, and that's what I used to be very afraid of when I started promoting. What happens if the person is not happy with the promo? Can they get a refund?
Uh, not really because I have already posted that post and this is not how it works now.
Yeah. So basically, like the way to explain it is like if you go to a barber shop and get a haircut, if you don't like the haircut, you still pay the money. And basically, and like the risk taker here is the person who buys the ad, right? And if their ad is really bad, like it's on them, right?
Yeah.
We're here all for like growing really good audience, like actually gaining followers who are ready to pay you money, right? But if the ad is shitty, like it like nothing will happen. They will lose their
Yeah.
money, but it's just the lack of their experience in the internet marketing space. So I never got asked for a refund. Did you?
No.
Like sometimes what I do if I see it's like a new person and I know like they're ready to spend money with me, let's say they buy 3 posts and like all of them go like really, really bad and they lost like let's say $1,000 just by buying a promo. Like it wasn't on me. I have the audience. It's just that the post is really bad. What I usually do to make them happy is I send them examples of my best performing posts, and I'd be like, create something like that, and I'll post the fourth post absolutely for free, and that usually helps to save the relationship because you kind of want to have the same like good relationship with the same people because from my experience, like if I look at people who buy from me, I probably have like 5 people who always buy from me.
and they buy like in bulk, right? So it's better to keep the relationship with them and not ruin it by just like not providing one extra promo. So that's what I do if they're like really unhappy, right? Uh, okay, that I was reading the chats you sent me and I came up with this question, right? What if you tell them your price and they ghost you, like they just leave you on scene? Let's say they ask like, "Hey, how much for a promo?" You say like $500 and they just leave you on scene. What do you do?
Yeah, most of the time I would just give them some time to think about it, and after a week, if they haven't texted me anything, I just follow up with them, try to negotiate that. But in most cases, if they're not willing to negotiate at first moments, they're not really serious clients. Probably they won't probably even send you the money.
Yeah.
That happens too.
All right. And what if let's say you say $500 and they say no, bro, like let's do $100, and you start negotiating and you meet in the middle at like let's say $300, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And you say $300 and you say let's meet in the middle at $300 and then they leave you on red. What do you do then? Do you follow up with them? Like what's the process? Is it normal that that happens?
Usually at this point, when if I say I want 300, they will tell me like 250 or 200 is the most I can do. Then I try to give the last price, for example, 250, and then we usually close the deal.
All right. So you're willing to lose those like $25,
Yeah,
$50
it's
a promo
still,
to
yeah,
just get a big deal. All right. Um, And okay, so let's say we go on further. You close the deal of 250, right? In the DMs. What's the next steps? Do you send them an invoice on PayPal? Do
yeah,
you just
yeah.
send your PayPal? What do you do?
Usually I just ask for PayPal address, and then I'm sending the invoice and copying the link too, and pasting it into the chat. That's it.
All
And then
right.
I wait till they pay the invoice, and then we get started with scheduling and all these things, etc., etc.
Okay. Okay. All right. So let's say you send that invoice and it's not paid like after 3 days. What do you do then? Do you message them, or is it usual that you send
Yeah,
an
that
invoice and you need to wait for a while?
yeah. At first times I've sold promotions. I was really scared when that happened, but right now it's just giving like from 3 to 5 days to see if that invoice has been paid. And if it's not, I just make like two follow-ups per week or two. And then most of the time they just send the money and apologizes for the wait. That's
Yeah,
most
yeah.
common.
That's my experience too. I remember one time I sent this big invoice like for 10 promos maybe, and the guy ghosted me for like 30 days and then just paid because I was like following up with him like every week. Like I would send him one message and it was just like the chat, like not even read. It was like unread and me like sending him four messages. And then the guy just paid like out of nowhere and texted me like, "Hey, I just paid." So it's very usual. And I completely understand like usually in a business, they try to wait as much as possible to pay their bills because you want the cash flow in the bank to be as high as possible. So, and that's usually what the accountants do, right? It's not even their fault. Just their accountants like, yeah, just give that invoice to me and I'll make sure to pay it on time, but just like let's pay it later, right? After we actually start needing it. So that's been my experience too. Usually I'll wait at least like 3 days. It's very unusual that I send an invoice and it gets paid right away. Like
Yeah,
very unusual. So it's very usual that you need to wait after sending an invoice. And probably if you haven't got anything for like 3, 5 days, then you just follow up with them. Yeah. All right. So this I remember we were talking, and this was a breakthrough for you. Um, because we didn't actually know like what's the limit, right? We used
Yeah,
to think that like posting 10 promos a month was like all we can do, like maybe 12, right?
yeah, 15 is a lot.
15.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my question is, how many promos a day can you upload with your knowledge now?
I mean, if the promos are good, as we will show the examples of good promos, I
Yeah.
believe, yeah, Ernest.
Yeah, we will.
So if content is like that, uh, I posted even 3 times a day,
All right.
different contents of that type. Yeah, I mean, if you get paid, you shouldn't worry how much promos you have to upload. I think three
Yeah.
is like a lot. Yeah,
Yeah, three is a lot, but if you upload like five posts and those promos are not like very like scammy ads, but they're just like very good content, which usually is if agencies are buying from you, then it's a no-brainer, right? You just upload it and that's it. So now you say three a day, but what was your limit? When you started, what were you thinking? Like you got that deal for 10 promos. You were probably uploading that for like a month, right?
nah. I was working with an agency that sent me the content every day, daily,
All right.
and I was really worried that I have to post 10 posts in 10 days, and yeah,
Okay. But after that, you probably like limited yourself a bit, right?
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
all right.
I stopped working with them.
Yeah. So what kind of agencies are you guys talking about? We're talking about agencies who buy promotions from you. I'll show the chat, like I'll show the document. I'm just finishing with the questions. So like the simple stuff is clear and out of the way, and I'll show like what kind of agencies and all of that. So what if a promo does terrible on your page? Like in terms of not like in terms of can they get a refund, but it does really terrible. Let's say you upload a promo and your average post gets like 3,000 likes and the promo gets like 100 likes. What do you do? Do you just hide the likes? Do you try to delete the promo?
No, most of the time I just try to hide the likes, and usually I contact the agencies and give them advices which contents goes well, how to make a good content which performs much better than that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. You want them to work with you again, like
Yeah,
long term. So it's better to provide value, be open. But the reason why I also hide likes, on these terrible promos, the reason why we do it is if like a new agency is searching for some new pages and they come on your page and they see that your newest promo got like 100 likes, they're
yeah,
not going to be interested in buying. And if they will offer you like 20% of what you're actually worth because it's not your page's fault, not your audience fault that you posted some not very engaging content. So that's why we usually hide the likes. And right now I started archiving every single promo 24 hours after I posted. I used to not delete it at all. Then I started doing 48 hours, so making sure like 2 days come by. But now I started doing 24 hours because what I've seen is it's a very competitive space. And sometimes these promos get taken down if you keep them for too long. Maybe some people over report them or something, but like preferably you don't want any posts to be removed constantly, right? So if you're posting those promos all the time, and they're removed constantly, it's not good for your page, right? So what I do is just archive them after 24 hours, and I haven't had any problems since I started doing that. 48 hours, I had one video taken down for like no reason. I applied, but Instagram didn't say much. And I know you do the same now, right? 24 hours.
Yeah, yeah, completely the same.
Yeah, I don't delete it like we talked about it in the past. We don't delete posts.
Yeah,
We make sure we archive them because Instagram doesn't like you just deleting a post. It even says like when you try to delete now, it says like try archiving and it will be in your archive for like whatever, how many days, you know? So it's much better to just archive. And the last question is before we dive in, the Google Doc is how do you increase the amount of promos you make? Do you just text agencies you already worked with in the past?
yeah. If I really want to earn more in that month, I just completely text every agency, every client I used to work with that I'm open to promotions, and that probably does that.
All right. Yeah, so you we're gonna talk about this in a sec, but you don't send messages to actual like influencers and people like, hey, I have this huge page. Do you want a promotion?
No, 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 no.
Yeah, you just message the people you already worked with, and
Yep.
if you really really want like more, you can just ask for referrals of the clients you worked with already. Be like, hey, do you know anyone else that needs like good promos? And probably you can find someone like that.
Yeah.
And the reason we say like agency instead of like influencers, because sometimes it's not even an agency, sometimes it's just like a third party person who manages the influencer's ad. Because imagine if a guy is willing to spend like, let's say $5,000 a month to go on my page and on Stay Strong Motivated page, and probably 100 different pages on Instagram, the guy doesn't have the time to just message you, right? So they hire like a third party. It could be an agency, it could be like a third party person, a VA, but usually you chat with those people. And sometimes you actually get like messages from real people, like from the real influencer, but I think it's only the message from their profile. It's not like the real person like
Yeah.
behind the screen texting you. It's like a VA, a manager, right? So let me hop into that Google Doc. And if you want, guys, to see it better, I'll actually share it with you right now. So you'll be a viewer. So I'll drop it in the chat here, the link. What you can do if you want to save it is press on file and make a copy and save it. And then you can edit it however you want, make notes, um, whatever works for you. Uh, if you can't open it right now, totally cool. I'll drop it in the school group after we have the event, right? But for now, unless anyone like has any other ideas, I'll just drop it in the chat and go through it. All right, so I see 7 people are in. We have 10 people in the meeting. So just bear with me if you can just make a copy right now. All good. So selling shoutouts. We'll start off with selling shoutouts and then we'll go on to buying shoutouts. So selling shoutouts means selling ad space on your page, posting promotional content, like I said, right? Usually, if you reach out to influencers without any representatives, it will be much harder to sell promotions. And if you will, it will be very low prices. Just what we talked about, right? If you reach out and be like, hey, I'm selling promos, no one's going to buy. If you have like a talent agent, absolutely, yes, 100%. That's a representative of yours. You can do that. You know, talent agents have like your insights and your stats and all of that. If you don't have a representative and you send out the messages, usually most of the time you'll get bad deals, like you'll get low prices. So we don't advise doing that. So the best way to sell promotions is just by getting requests to buy a promotion from you. The way you achieve that is just upload quality content consistently and people will reach out to you. Like for sure, you'll have people in your DMs asking for like an ad or something like that. How much for a promo? Like it's inevitable because you reach so many people and there's constantly agencies looking for more pages, fresh pages to add. So this is an example of how that looks. So this is Stay Strong Motivated screenshots, right? So a guy messaged him like 10 times, but this is just a message he replied to. Hi there, kindly share a final price for 10 promo and also text us on Telegram too, because from tomorrow we're going to start this promotion. So these agencies have schedules they promote on. So this exact agency had a schedule that they start tomorrow from, and they need like your page specifically, right, from tomorrow. Please, please reply ASAP. Usually, those agencies like are managed by like Indian VA, so they will message you a bunch of times until you reply for sure.
Yeah.
And Stay Strong Motivated said, "Hey there, that would be $3,000," and you can see how negotiation starts. He goes like, "Bro, let's make it at $250 a promo, meaning $2,500." And you can tell that Stay Strong Motivated. His name is Montas again. He's willing to negotiate, right? So he goes, "Let's meet in the middle at 285." Why I'm laughing, because the middle is $275, but this is a strategy we use and it works really well. I don't know. Some people just don't know maths. So you can be like, let's meet in the middle at 285, and you have a deal, boss. And he said, no, buddy, $250 is very good. Please text me on Telegram. And there I'll ask for invoice and share all the details about promotion. And Manta said, lowest I can go is 275. All right, let's meet me at Telegram. He sent his Telegram. So it's normal to use Telegram, WhatsApp, and all of these platforms with these agencies. Why? Because they probably get like 1,000 messages a day on Instagram. And you get probably a lot of messages on Instagram if you have a big page. So they want to get you off the platform to make sure to communicate with you the fastest way. So, bro, did you have more pages like this? Sorry, currently I don't. So even if you had more pages like this, he would have bought. You can tell that those people are like willing to pay big bucks for a promotion. So this was one example, and the deal was closed at 275, right, for 10 promos. You connected on Telegram, you sent an invoice got paid, and you already uploaded all those promos, right?
Yeah.
And this was March 4th. So you like, and today is March 30th. So it's been 25 days and you're done with the promos, right? So it's not like, when they buy a bulk promo, it's not like you're gonna work with them for 6 months on that one bulk deal.
Yeah.
It goes pretty fast and goes pretty quick. Yeah. They have their own schedules. So here are a few more examples of those negotiations. They will try to lowball you like all the time. So cool, let's do book 3 posts, $120 each. And Monta said, last I can do is the same price we agreed before, which is $180. Can we do 160 each for 3? And he said, let's meet in the middle at 170. So you did a promo for him for 180, right? And he liked the promo and he was like, let's book 3 promos. So yeah, you have a comment on that?
Yeah, so at that point, I just thought about extra money, and I could like I had the chance to get that 180 again, but I just decided to not waste my time and just take the easy money again.
Yeah, if you push these guys very much, like 80% of the time, they're willing to pay what you're asking, but sometimes they will just ghost you because they're like,
Yeah,
oh, you're just wasting time for $10. So I completely see why you just went $10 below and you're like, okay, let's do this.
yeah,
And you sold this, right? You send an invoice
yeah,
and all of that.
yes.
All right. So this is a long one. All right. But let's do it. And Let's see what's up. So can we do $200 for one shout out just to test it out? Sorry, the lowest I can go is 250 for the test. Did you have a chat with the lady from promotions manager yet? So this is probably the guy, Johan Brits, is the guy who wants to be promoted, but his agency or VA or whatever you want to call like a third party is promotions manager. Um, yeah, we kind of agreed on 2x promos for $500, but I asked her about the content and all about that strange measurement of effectiveness just before I send the invoice to make sure that everything is okay. Still waiting for the reply. Okay, all good. I will reach out to her. And he said, hey, can you send me the invoice, please? Wait. Here we go. Should I send you the content first? Yeah. Which payment method do you prefer, PayPal or Stripe? That's good sales strategy, right? You don't ask which payment processor, you actually give solutions, which is like two options, right? Which one do you want to choose? He said Stripe would be better. I will send you the content on the lady's IG. Be on the lookout. This one, and you send a screenshot. He said yes. Okay, everything looks okay. Sending the invoice right now. You can send it to her page so that she can take care of it. Same invoice, right? Yes, please.
Yep.
Two posts. Yes. When is the best times and days to post? I have a Euro card. You figure it out what to do. 10:30 a.m. EST. You said the best time is. Just gonna make sure on that. Link in Euro is good, and that's it, right? You close the deal.
Yeah.
Again, very simple. You have any comment on that?
Yeah, I just when I closed that deal, I just kept the same good communication with the client, and I think I sold 15 more promos for them at
All right.
the same good price.
Yeah, so you just want to be like respectful, quick to answer, don't let them wait for like 3 days without
Yeah.
answer when they buy a promo from you. Like if they want a promo up today, like try to, if you really can't post, just like be respectful and be like, you know what, I already have 3 promos today. So I'll post it, like I'll book you in for tomorrow and make sure you're booked at the best time. Just provide the best service, right?
Yeah.
So the fourth step is just they send you the content, right? So here's how it usually looks. That's on Instagram, right? Some
Yep.
people will send the invoice on Telegram. Some people will send the links, I mean, on Telegram and WhatsApp or whatever. So you open the link and usually that's how it looks, right? You have like
Yeah.
literally like 1, 2, 3, like
Yeah,
numbers,
from 8 to
PNGs.
10 slides usually.
Yeah. I don't know why it says like 18 and stuff here, but probably
Yeah.
it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. 8 slides here.
Yeah.
It's just like, bro, don't know why it's 12, 13, 14, but 8 slides here. And then a caption, right? So copy of the caption. Uh, and you copy all of this. You don't change anything. And you go on Instagram when you save that and you're like, choose a carousel format. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You press next, you copy the caption, you paste in the caption, and you always tag on every single picture the guys, right? So in this case, it's like Frank's setting, and you tag Frank's setting on every single slide, and you post it. Here's another example. New promo outroll for today. Send me confirmation once posted. Tag the client on the post. Send me the insights after 24 hours, please. He sent you the Google Drive caption for this post. Follow my friend. Oh my god, blah blah blah. And you open the link, and this is what it is: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And he sent you the caption already here, so
Yeah.
it's not in the Google Drive. Sometimes they use Dropbox, sometimes they use whatever else cloud service, but the it's the same thing, right? It works the same. So that's how it works. And let me show you an example of a promo like that. So one sec, I'll share the screen of my phone and why we can post a lot of these promos like that. So let me hop like literally just will go on my page and show the promo. I did. 1 second. All right. So let me go on here. So this is on Passionate Income. This was bought by an agency. We showed like the first conversation. Same agency as Stay Strong Motivated. And I posted this 23 hours ago. I'll take it down in 1 hour. And this is how it looks. So it doesn't look like a promotional ad, right? Why the poor are getting poorer and the rich are getting richer. That's all my page is about, anyways, right? I would post this even if it wouldn't have been a promo. So poor people want the cheapest, rich people want the best value. Poor people save, rich people invest. Poor people buy liabilities, rich people buy assets. Poor people think I can't afford it. Rich people think, how can I afford it? Poor people lose money to inflation. Rich people own businesses to counter inflation. Poor people just go along with life. Rich people take action and follow investor Mel Dave and learn how to start building passive income. And you know what, guys? Like 90% of the people never get to the last slide, right? So, like an average follower of mine just probably went through like first 4 slides and they're like, oh, cool post. They liked it, right? Usually no one reads the caption. The caption is just for to when you read this, like the rich people part, then you go here and you follow them. And I mean, it's a pretty big brand, right? So we don't promote like bullshit, basically, like scammers. They're actually like good business people, right? And they just want followers. And they have then it's like we don't worry about like why they want the followers and what they're gonna do with it, but we make sure like it's not like a crypto scam or something. We always make sure like they're real people. You know, you can enter like Google their name or something, just like simple stuff. Make sure it's not like all over internet, just scam. Don't believe these guys. And yeah, that's it. As far as like the content is good and they have a pretty nice profile, then you can promote it. So let me hop back here. I see Bogdan has a question.
Yeah. So, hello guys. It's just a curiosity. I was wondering, um, do the guys send to you what they actually want to advertise, like the image for the post, or do you usually make it for them?
Yeah. So like I showed here, um, sorry, maybe I wasn't clear enough, but literally like what you do after this conversation, right? Which is
Yeah,
like send an invoice.
after
Yeah.
getting the money.
When you get the money, they the fourth step is they send you the content, right? And you can ask them to send content before they pay, like Mantas did ask, like, can you send me the content just to make sure the content isn't like follow this crypto scam, you know, or something like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
just to make sure the promos are good. And then they send you content, and here's how it looks. Here's our next promo. You open it, and literally it's like numbered, you know, and you save it in this order, and they have a caption. So you post it, and when you post it, you just send it to them like a link, like, look, I just posted this post. Or another example is this, right? You just click on the link here, and this is his client, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Who,
So it is like this every time. There is like no
yeah.
situations when they ask you to.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, I had like 2, 3 instances where a person was like, can you create promos? But like most of the time, they have the content already figured out. It's very rare
Yeah.
that they want you to create the content. So that's why it makes sense. You know, you don't need to create any content. Like they send you the content. So to post a promo, it takes less time just than to find like a good converting video or post and repost it. So that's how it looks, right? You save it,
Yeah.
you follow the numbers, and you post it, right? And that's, let's say, one promo out of 10. and they send it like a second promo to you and the third one, and you can probably upload 10 promos either in 10 days or you can upload them in 2 months. It depends on how fast they work, because some agencies are very quick on their toes and some agencies just forget they have promos with you, so you have to remind them. So but they send the content like 99.9% of the time. Yep.
Okay.
I see Joshua.
So you mentioned right now that sometimes the agencies or the people who are buying promos sort of forget. Have you ever thought of actually putting in a clause saying like you need to have all of these promos, like if you're buying in bulk, you're buying 10 promos, and it needs to happen within a 2 week period or something along those lines. So that way they're not essentially, you're not spending all of your time. Not to say that it would be that way, but poking at people to give you the things that they've already paid you for, you know?
Yeah, but kind of it's like it's on them usually, because sometimes, like I said, you have those slow agencies and you have those fast agencies, right? So you don't really care because other like you have usually like 3 4 clients anyways, and they're
Mm-hmm.
sending you enough promos to post like almost every day. If that's not the case, then you can probably put it, but usually there's no contracts or nothing like that when buying promos. You just send an invoice, they pay it. You can tell them like, please, let's finish these promos like in the next 2 weeks. Can you have a schedule for us? And I'll book you the best time or something. That's totally possible. Like they're willing to negotiate on it, but I've never done it. Have you done it, Montas, before?
No, no.
Yeah.
So from your guys' experience, it's not necessary, but I
No.
mean, it may be a decent idea if you're doing a lot.
Yeah. Not really, because like when you're doing a lot, you have promos to post anyways. Like you already have spots filled. So sometimes
Mm-hmm.
it's even good to have those slow agencies because sometimes you're just overfilled and don't have
Yeah.
spots. So it's good that some agencies like take their time. Let's say I work with one agency, which sent me 20 pieces of content in like a Google Drive, and they were like, post this whenever you can. So they paid me the money probably like a month ago, and I have posted like 8 promos, and they're very happy with the results. Like they're like totally cool with it. And it's my choice. I can post them like in 10 days, like 20 promos because they're really good. Or I can take my time, because I already have clients. So basically, every single day when I wake up, I look through like if anyone wants a spot, because usually they text you like the best time for promos are usually 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. That's like the anywhere from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. I would say Eastern time is the best. So usually they text you early in the morning saying like, "Hey, look, I want a spot for today." And I look through that and see like if I don't have anything, yeah, then I can post the one that's going slow, something like that. Yeah. Would you agree
Does
on
this
that, Montes?
Yeah.
All right.
um does this always sort of like imply that that their promos would be run at a time that would say be like the best time but in the US market or the best time in the Eastern Asian market or something like that? Like do people want like okay, post this but post this at this time in US?
Yeah, usually it's Eastern time always, because if like we have a page which is in English language, usually the best time is just focusing on American market. Yeah,
Okay.
because that's what all these guys who are buying the promos want. They want United States market. Um,
Right.
yeah, so that's how it works. Yeah, Tristan.
Yeah, hey guys. Actually, I've got a couple questions. I hope you don't mind.
All right,
Let me just see what I
go
wrote
on.
down. Yeah, so Mantis, you were talking about how you had your first promotion around 150,000 followers to 200, but you could have done it earlier. So I've recently hit more than 100,000 followers, but my account is not in wealth. It's in spirituality and self-help. That's kind of what it is. But until now, so I'm at 115,000 followers. I didn't get any requests for promotions yet for shoutouts. I just wanted to ask you guys, is that normal? Also, when you think back when you were smaller, how many requests were you guys getting?
Not a lot.
Yeah, not a lot. At 100K followers, you do not get a lot of offers, but when you reach like 150K followers and you do at least you do at least with one client some promos. Often, a lot of agencies sees that and they check on how it performs, and then they usually contact you.
Yeah, exactly. So if an agency sees you just did a promo, they're much more likely to message you and like ask for your price than when they don't see any promos on your account. So I'll tell you guys a little story. Uh, like I said, like I was kind of not a big fan of shout outs. And for like a year, I didn't do any shout outs. I was just promoting like an affiliate product and it worked amazing. I was happy with it. And I didn't sell any shout outs, like zero shout outs, complete zero. And what happened, like, anyways, I got a lot of messages from these agencies and people. And what happened is I was just like, I don't do promos now, you know? And I didn't keep in contact with them. I just said no. And like, then they stopped coming, right? They came for like a year. And then they were like, nah, they stopped coming. And I just kept in touch with one agency, which like was kind of a guy. I was sending him clients anyways, and like kind of a friend, business friend, I would say. And after a year of saying no, like those messages stopped coming in at 1 million followers. Like no one was willing to pay for a promo on my page anymore because like I've been telling everyone for a year, like, no, I'm not selling promos, right? And a funny thing happened because I reached out to that agency guy and I was like, let's do a few promos for this month and let's see how it goes and let's see if I like it. And then I'm willing to do more. And as soon as I posted that first promo, after like a year, like literally I got like 10 messages like, hey, how much for a promo? Because all those agencies saw like, oh, he did a promo. I want the promo from him. So it's like kind of funny how it works, but the more promotions you do, the more requests you get because people see, all right, like if this guy who's making like, let's say 500K a month is buying a promo from him and making money, means, I should buy from him too because they're getting results on their funnel. So it's totally normal. Like I said, I had my first promo around 150K and it was like the only first request ever. And I just managed to close this guy like on big money, kind of like at $180 at that point was pretty like big for that.
For one post?
Yeah, for one post. I don't know. Like I would have done it for like $100 just for the sake of doing it. But it was like the first message I ever got about promotion at 150K in Wolf Niche. I mean, so it's completely normal. If you would have agencies, like if you would be in contact with agencies, probably would be easier, but they would try to lowball you for sure. So I would just be patient for like the next 2, 3, 4 weeks, maybe, and see if you get any messages because it's normal that they haven't like messaged you yet. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there something I can do to make my account look better for them to post on? Because, for example, I post my personal brand like once every day, and those
All right.
posts get really bad engagement in comparison to my other stuff. So, would you recommend? And I never archive until now. I've never archived.
All
Would you
right.
recommend I go through all my posts and archive everything that's below certain likes so that when
I would just
people
hide the likes, honestly.
Yeah, I would do the
you
same.
hide them for all the posts?
No, for all the posts which did like below a certain thing, like let's say if you get like
Okay.
5,000 likes and it got like 500 likes, you can just hide likes. Yeah. And like those people who want to buy, they'll see, okay, this was a promo. All right. They can't see the likes, but they'll see that you're doing promos anyways. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Another question I had. Oh yeah, so when they go on the agencies, when they go on your page, what are they looking for? So how do they determine whether do you guys know that? How do they
Yeah,
determine
yeah.
whether you're a
I was
good
about
place?
to talk about it, but what did they look for? They just look for good engagement rate. They want to look that the followers are real, right? So real people are following you, and they usually look if you have any promos on. It's funny, but if you have any promos on your feed in the past like week, because if you do, means you do promos, right? So very simple. They just look at the follower account and they look at your like likes, but they won't reach out only if it's like terrible. So you guys don't need to worry about anything. They don't look for like top end because they would rather get a deal with you for like a lower price than not get a deal with a fresh page. So they look for follower count. So like when we were working with Montas, and I'll show you like in a second how that looked. We were looking for like not less than 100,000, I think, or something like that. At first, we started with like not less than 500,000, but that was pretty hard to get a lot of pages. So we went a bit down to like not less than 100 or 150K. And if it's like 100K or like 80K, we offered like $10 a promo. Like we didn't offer a lot. So yeah, there's a certain threshold for sure. But yeah, so let me get into actually buying shoutouts or running a shoutout agency. Actually, that's what Montes is working on right now. So what we used to do together in July 2020, what we did is we promoted a product, right, as an affiliate. So we had an affiliate product, and I mean, I was promoting it, but I just asked Montes for help for him to message these pages, and I was managing like everything else. So let me tell you how we did that. So it's the same process as selling promos, just in reverse. And the hardest part is just to find the product or the client to promote. So Montes is now reaching out to clients, looking for new clients, and he's specifically going to be working with clients. And here we were doing product, but the whole process is pretty much the same, and it's pretty straightforward. So we ran this together with Montes back in 2022 July. Here's how we got really good prices for promos. So we're on the other end of the messaging now, right? So Montes was doing that because I just wanted some help with it, but that's how it looked. Hey, bro, just a quick question. Do you do story promotions? Hi, bro. Yes, I do. How much do you charge and how many views you get on average? So that's what you want to ask. We wouldn't ask like right now. One thing I would add after doing that, after knowing our mistakes, I would also ask, can you send insights of your audience to make sure it's not like 99% Indian audience or whatever. Not that Indian audience is bad. It was just nothing that we were targeting. So I would ask for that too. So how much do you charge and how many views? He sent $70 story views, and those were pretty good, I remember. We said, let's do $40 for first story, and if everything goes well, we will buy bulk. What do you think? Are you there? Been busy with some stuff. The last we can do is $60, bro. You'll best results if you use some good polls on story. Okay, what's your PayPal? What's your time zone? He asked $60 and we said okay. We didn't really bargain with him because the story views were like really good, like insanely good. So let me see. Yeah, you can see for like $60, it's like 60,000 views, 40,000 views. And I think on his page, like it was one of the best deals. So another page was, hey bro, just wanted to ask if you do promo stories. Yes, may I see the content? Yeah. So we had the content ready, like what we want to promote all the time. And he said, nice one. So one full day, you only will be in my story. $100. Yes. Please send me your insights, story insights from the past 14 days. So we learned that quick because we would ask for insights and some people would send like yearly insight, because you can have a filter like in the past year how many stories they got, and it basically shows like the best story in the past year they had. But we started asking in the past 14 days so we can see what are the recent results. And this guy said $100, and I can tell that it's like $100
That's
for like,
pretty good.
yeah, like 62,000, 53,000, 50,000 views. And we said, can you do $70 as a test? If everything goes well, we will buy bulk for this month. Why do we say we will buy bulk? Because every page wants to have like a constant relationship with a person who's constantly buying every single month. So we say like, all right, we'll test it out at first for this price. And if it does well, we'll buy a lot of promos like right away, like 10, 12, 13. And I'll show you the spreadsheet we had where we actually tracked how much money we spent and how many profiles we had, all of that. So he said payment method, PayPal, $100 PayPal, $70 if you sent via crypto. You'll see a lot of like those weird things, but like we usually just go through PayPal. Can you do $70 as a test? PayPal. Can you do $75 through PayPal? He said, okay, fine. Because it's not very hard to bargain with these guys, right? You're offering straight up money. So we need a fresh story. So fresh story means nothing has been uploaded in the like on the story before you upload. When can you post? Payment received. He's smiling, right? And that's basically closed deal, right? We send the payment and then he uploaded the promo. Another example, hey bro, just wanted to ask, do you do story promotions? What are your prices and how many views you get on average? He said price $59 with link $69, 20K plus. 20K views, I'm offering $30 with a link for a test. If everything goes well, we will buy bulk for the month of August. It's free newsletter called Morning Brew. Let me know, what do you think? As it's your first, so I'll do $59 with link. Let's meet in the middle at $45 and I will send you the money right now. And we send the money. Basically close the deal. Another one, what are your prices and how many views do you get on average? $40, 20, 25,000 views. Here, you can see like the best one got 43,000 views. We said, I don't know. Mantas maybe can explain, but he said $40. We said let's do $50 as a test.
Why we always give them ridiculous prices that they start to think that they will lose a chance to get money. So we figured out with Arnas that we have to give them ridiculous prices. So at this point, he said $40. We gave him $15, and then we got a much better price for $20. So that's
yeah.
50%
So literally, like
cheaper.
You pay 50%, like $40, and you see the deal was closed at $20, and you think, oh my god, that's bad. That's like, no, these guys like $20 for them is like $200 for you, right? And if they can make it in 24 hours, they're definitely willing to do it, because most of these guys we were buying from were like from India or Pakistan, where the currency is not very like secure and powerful. So if they can earn in dollars, they're kings there. So well, we did that. All right, $20, okay. Send me your PayPal, bro. You there? He sent the PayPal. I paid it immediately, and we send the content. Okay. Another one. Hey, bro, just wanted to ask, do you do promotions? Hey, yes. What on average? $70, 70,000 views approximately. So, and we provide discounts in bulk, like $60. We said, okay, let's do $50 as a test. If everything, and this guy just didn't even try to negotiate. He was like, yeah, all right, let's do $50, whatever. So we went from $70 a story to $50 as a test for 80,000 views, right? Give me your email address. I'll the money right now. I'll send the money right now. It should have been. And send me your content and tell me when you want post it. I send the money, I send the content, and that's it. Here's another one. I think that was like a vicious one. Hey, bro, just wanted to ask, do you do story promotions? Hello. Yes, we do story promotions. He got around 50,000 views on average. Here are my average story views. We charge $55 for promotion. Let's make it $20 as a test. And oh my God, this is crazy. But let's make it $20 as a test. If everything goes well, we will buy. So you can see the framework is the same with everyone. And we just did it like over and over and over again. And where we okay, so we met at $35, right? Which is $35 for 50,000 views. Come on, guys. This is like this is a bargain, right? So we tracked everything on a spreadsheet, right? Like uh, it was kind of Lithuanians, half Lithuanian, half English because we're both Lithuanian with Mantas. But this is how we did it. So we tracked every single page. I linked it. Some people sold us like they had like 10 pages. Here you can see. And like the blue ones were the ones we bought again from. The red ones we didn't buy again. And the yellow ones were the new ones. All right. So this was just for start of July. And you can see like I have one page 54x. So with this guy, Durgesh, I still remember this guy's name. He's a top G. So we spent $20 with him and we made 1041 click, which probably converts close to $1,000 or something like that. So we made 54x return on ad spend just with that guy. Of course, it's $20. It's not like we invested $1,000 in him, but just by testing those out, we got a lot of those numbers, a lot of these pages. And then I started buying bulk promos right away here. And then tracking like how many promos they posted. And then at the end of July, like right at the end when there were like 5 days left, I was like, let's push it a bit more. So we messaged a few more pages. We got some good results. We got some bad results. So you can see the red ones we didn't want to work again. The green ones we wanted to work again. So basically that's how you track it. I mean, that's how we did it. Maybe you have like a CRM or something you want to put it in, but basically that's how you run an agency. So if you have like a client, you just create content for that client and you track it just like that. You know, you paid, the payment is paid, you paid the amount of this, the payment is paid, uploaded, you know, and the result is like how many people you reached or something like that. And then you go like the second promo and the third promo and you track it. Just probably Google Sheets is the best platform ever. So basically that's how it is. That's how it worked. Do you have anything to add, Mantas?
No, not really.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Like it's not rocket science at all. So guys, yeah, I can see Tristan. Go ahead.
Yeah, so you guys just showed us their like what engagement they show you from the stories. And I noticed I thought that was really high, how much views they got. I wanted to ask you guys what is a good engagement rate for stories and also for like a regular post?
Yeah. I mean, what we were tracking, mostly what we were looking at is dollars per views. So let's say if it gets 50,000 views, and if we get 1,000 views for like $1, that's like insanely good price. You know, that's like the end price we pay. So that's what we usually would look like on stories, and on a page like a post, I would just look at like if the engagement is good, you know, and also look not like at the followers they have, but actually like how much money you pay and how much likes you get. I would look at that more rather than like, okay, they have like I got a promo on a 1 million follower page, but it's completely dead, you know. Like you don't look at that. What you look at is literally like reach compared to dollars. And if we can get 1,000 views for $1, that's like insanely good. If we get it for $2, that's profitable. $3, still profitable. I would say $4 per 1,000 views wouldn't really go ahead and buy that or even like sell that. So that's what we would look at.
Yeah.
But you have to bear in mind that those views are on like really, really good, tested out viral content. It's not like it's like I throw a random piece of content at any page and count that. The content is already tested really well, and like I know the content is good. So yeah.
There's something from the page side. So let's say you have your page and you don't get a lot of views on your stories usually. Is there something you can do to increase engagement?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes.
So what we do is we upload just viral stories. Maybe it could be out of context, but just something viral, like a guy going off of water slide, and then you add like a poll of being like, would you do this? Yes or no? So what we used to do with these promotions is literally have two videos, like one video on one story and another video with another story with two different polls. So let's say like a guy doing like a tremendous flip on his snowboard. And let's say, a guy does that and the poll says like, wow, that was smooth. And another one, wow, this is incredible. And you let them choose. And another one is usually, would you do this? That was like the main one. Because you want people to feel personal. Like, would you do this personally? Yes or no? You kind of ask them a question. So you want them to click that. And literally, like, when we discovered the strategy with Mantas, we went from like 20,000 views with 1 million followers to like 150,000 views just like overnight. It didn't even need any propping or anything like that. It just went like through the roof. And those 150,000 views weren't on like a random video. It was like on the promotional story, which makes it even crazier. So yeah, that's how I went from like to 20K on average to like 200K views.
Okay, but you would only do this if you have something to promote.
No, you can just upload it like that. Yeah.
Just to engage with your followers.
Yeah.
How often? Like once per week or?
You can do it like every other day. But for you, like personally, I would say like 2 times a week is enough. Yeah.
Because sometimes I just post something I like, I see
Yeah.
some page post and I just post to my story, but and people do like it, but it has nowhere near the numbers that you guys showed me.
Yeah, exactly. So if you post something viral, like on 100,000 follower page, you can probably reach like 20-30% of people. So 20-30K is possible. Yeah. Because probably now you have like 5-7K views.
Sometimes less.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, and it's normal. It's normal to just reach that. But it's possible to get you to like 20-30K overnight, easy. Like I can even send you after this call like a few promos that did well, and you try to post them. Like, well, when you'll get the video, you'll be like, "What is this? This is ridiculous." But like, I mean, that's how you get it. You just try to engage with your audience, and you can see what happens if you want that.
Yeah, sure. I was gonna ask where you get the videos from.
TikTok. On TikTok, I go on search bar and say like something like, "Would you do this?" question mark, and you get like 100 videos, and then you go on like ESPN or something, and they post like incredible viral videos, or sometimes you post like a meme video or like a joke or something ridiculous like Warren Buffett and Bill Gates standing, and it's like $258 billion in one picture and no Rolex inside, and people go mad like, what the fuck does that have to do with Rolex and money? Like, they just don't have style. They are old. They look like nerds, and you're like, gotcha. Just got 200K views from you guys, you know? So basically, that's how you go around it. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. I have another question actually, because we were talking about quality of or like audience insights. And I noticed that I used to have so insights by country, it used to be big, like the big four, right? US, Canada, Australia, UK, and then fifth was India, but now it started to shift. Now I have a lot of, so now my number one is actually India, and it's like 25% or something. Is there something I can do? First of all, is that a bad ratio? And also, what can I do to have more US people follow me? Because I think I posted one or two reels that went really viral, and it was some Indian celebrity, and I think that's how, and they tagged each other, you know. So that's how I got this audience.
Yeah. I mean, first of all, is no, it's 25% is not bad. Like at one point, passionate income was at 45% Indian, and then it went down. And how to prevent that? Just make sure you don't post Indian, superstars,
Yeah,
basically.
and try to post at the most active times on US times. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So like from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern time, that's basically like the most active time. And also try to, post American people. Like if you post like Tommy Fury, which is a big star in UK, like you kind of expect that you'll have a bit more of UK audience than average. So basically you just use this logic and you post like Oprah or Steve Harvey and stuff like that, who are American and like big stars in America. And that's how you get more US audience. Or you can post like UK is good. Like Australian, is good. So you can post kind of stars and famous people from there.
Okay, makes sense. Thanks, guys.
All good. If you have a question, guys, go on. Put one in the chat.
Can I ask a question?
Yes,
Um,
100%.
First of all, maybe about the shoutouts. Has anyone ever scammed you? You send the money and they just don't post?
Well, I think we had like because we bought like so many promos in bulk. I think we bought like a lot of like 12 promos in bulk and they needed to post like every other day. Some people couldn't do it, so we probably lost out. Like they posted like 10 promos out of 12, but we weren't like going after them because the numbers were like the whole picture was still profitable. So we were like, whatever, we won't chase after them, for those two promos for like $7. So yeah, actually no one like when we were buying the promos, no one scammed me because as you've seen, everyone uses PayPal mainly. And we have screenshots of the chats. So if you actually get scammed on like a big transaction, meaning like you send someone $2,000 and they block you, you can actually use PayPal's protection program or something like that and like just send the screenshots to PayPal and you'll get a refund like for sure. So that wasn't an issue. And like we said, like we want to be nice to every client, and that's the mindset everyone has usually on the internet marketing space. Is just be nice to your clients, be nice to your customers because they might buy more in the future. So everyone usually, if they actually have a page, they will take that money and post it because it doesn't cost anything to them.
Okay, I understand that. And now the other question is about stories. I don't know if you could answer that, but a very weird thing is happening. To me, I get like 15 views right now on my stories, but sometimes out of nowhere, some verified person with 1.1 million followers or 250K followers just sees my story. How does that happen?
Yeah, that's probably someone trying to sell you something.
Yeah.
So they want you to message them usually. That's what it is. I wouldn't even be surprised if those people like message you in the next week or so. So
How's your
it's
trading going?
how is your trading going exactly? So that's pretty often. Like you get that a lot. Nothing to worry about. Yeah, just make sure
Okay.
that your trading going is all right, and you're good to go. Anyone else?
Yeah, I have another question.
Yep.
Why did you guys decide to buy story posts only? And it seems like on the slides, when it was about selling, you were selling like a carousel.
Oh, yeah, that's a great question. So we found this is a secret, a big announcement. We found like a missing piece of puzzle in the industry that no one is buying story promos. And if you're promoting a link, not like a person, but a link actually converts better on the story rather than on a post. So we tested a bunch. Like I tested a bunch on my profile, Montes tested on his profile, and we found out that stories on a link work better. And another thing, let's say a page, um, let's say a page charges you like $200 for post promo. They will charge $100 for a story or $80 for a story. So basically, you get the same viewers as you would pay $200, but for like $80. And $80 is the price they tell you, but you get them for like $40 or $50. So
Yeah.
basically, all of those agencies don't see it, but we saw it, and they're paying like $200 for the same views we get for $50. That's why it was so profitable, because we were getting the same traffic, but for like 4 times cheaper. So yeah, if anyone like wants to look into this and go ahead and start something like this, think of a way of using story promos. Like I know for sure that on like projects that I'm working on, I'm gonna be using story promos all day long for the next like few years for sure, because it works really well. And we actually had a conversation right before this call with Montes that I have another opportunity coming up like this, and we'll probably gonna collaborate on some story promos again. And I'll guys let you know as soon as I get this opportunity, and you'll be able to join us and promote it on your pages. So yeah, basically we found out stories are much more effective and cheaper than posts for us.
So hopefully you like the training. Okay, if you like the training, you watched all of it, you made it till the end, congratulations. You're actually an action taker who's actually willing to learn to make money online. So for that, I have a gift for you. Just shoot me a message on my Instagram. Say, hey, Arnas, I just watched this training, and I'll send you extra free training, okay? Which was from my like paid coaching group, okay? So you'll get that absolutely for free if you shoot me a message, okay? And just say, hey, I came from this exact training from this YouTube video where you covered shoutouts and so on and so forth, and I'll help you out. All right, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and like I said, shoot me a message on Instagram if you made it this far.